Hete poo, everybody. I hope you all are doing well today. I really, really do. Let's get some messages for the collective. I was thinking about something that happened to me, and I wanted to do like a reading because I know that a lot of women have possibly gone through what I've been through, but with self-love we can get through this. Okay, so don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I am working on the music, guys. I don't have it that loud, so hopefully, because someone was complaining about the music, but I got it a little low. I like the music in the background, so yeah. But anyway, with that said, y'all ladies, this is for us. So being in the hands of a dangerous man and his friends. So I'm gonna tell you a story, and I'm going to I think I kind of tell y'all a little bit about it, but I'll talk about it again. So I was dating this guy, and he was a lawyer. He was he seemed like a really nice guy. He would buy me things. Like, we had like it seemed like it was like a good connection or whatever. We would have fun together or whatnot. And anyway, I'm because I've been going through this situation with the whole the gang stalking and all of this. I didn't know that I was going through this at that time. At that time, I was pretty much, living my normal life, doing me. I actually met this person on the dating site, and, we got to know each other very well before I start going over to his house. And so, anyway, with that said, things were going very well. Actually, what I noticed is that, well, what we both noticed is that, like, we were going through the same situation. So he was divorced maybe like for 2 years, and me, on the other hand, I was just been out of my relationship with my kid's father for almost like 10 years or whatever. But I end up moving back in, like, after my mom passed away. I was going through a very difficult time because I was in this process of going to court for my mom's home, and I did have my own place, but I moved into my mom's house, and I moved to my mom's house. However, when a narcissist takes control, they just pretty much kicked me out. So I ended up moving with my kid's father, which was very nice of him. And I stayed there for about 2 years, and things were going very well between us because we were co-parenting with the children, and the children were happy. Like, things were going good or whatnot. But with that said, I ended up getting kicked out, and it's a lot that happened in that situation. But I just want to tell you, like, we were done 10 years ago. But he was always at one point. I've got to give credit to where credit is due. My kid's father, at one point, we were we did have like a good relationship. Things weren't that bad like they are now. Our relationship we don't even have one no more. But we were good friends at the time, and so he was very dependable, and, vice versa or whatever. And, at the time I was mourning my mom. It was just a lot going on. But anyway, with that said, I end up moving. No. I ended up moving out and finally got my own place. Okay, after I got kicked out, I got my own place. With that said, our situations are kind of the same. It's just that he was divorced like for 2 years or whatnot, and I was, you know, me and my kid's father at the time, we were good friends until all this crazy shit happened. Okay, so now that we're getting to the gist, the TT, I have to tell you that I started dating this person and they seemed to be kind and, you know, whatever. And I was very, very spiritual. I've always been spiritual since, you know, I've always been a very spiritual person. As a matter of fact, what you see is what you get. This is me. I just enhance my spiritual self, you know, by continuing on my journey to be a righteous being. But I've always pretty much been like, I have no, you know, this is me. But anyway, with that said, so hold on, let me get my thoughts together. So anyway, you know, the weirdest thing is, it's like when you are us going through this situation where certain people are introducing themselves to us, if you ever like recognize the signs, there's always someone going through something similar. There's always something similar, you know. So that's in my opinion, it's a red flag, because this is someone who knows you that really don't know you. They just got word on you or whatever. But anyway, I honestly do feel as if this person knew my kid's father, because now that I'm like thinking about everything, it's just like every guy that I dated, it was always an issue with things going to the next level. And it was always because of my kid's father, because I was like, I've had good connections where things could have really evolved into marriage, and you know, it seemed like the guy would disappear, you know what I'm saying? But this one in particular had really like tried to hurt me, and it was weird because this person, they like changed throughout the trajectory of our connection. And so with that said, this person started getting real mean, you know, acting. And I just, you know, one day I was over there and I heard him in the bathroom listening to like one of them stations where, you know, them guys who like speak negatively about women, and how like, oh, you ain't supposed to like let a woman, I don't know, like I heard, like it was like I was listening, I heard him in the bathroom listening to something like that. But I could be wrong, but it sounded like something that was like a he-man's woman hater or something like that. So anyway, with that said, I don't know, like, ladies, just, you know, when you're dating, be very, very like patient. Get to know people. Don't go to their home. Like, really get to vet people out and see where the connection leads you, because you just never know. But anyway, with that said, you know, I got a reading about this person. It was one of my favorite readers at the time, and they informed me that it would be fine to court this person. But come to find out that this reader was in cahoots with the people who were bullying me and gang stalking me. They were all in cahoots together. And so now, like, everything is coming together now that I went through all of that, and it's a very traumatizing experience that I've had, and every time I think of it, it's just like I want to cry, because this person literally, I was in the hands of someone dangerous. And I mean, they didn't physically hurt me, but it was more so mind games, manipulation, and someone who like gives you like love bombs you and then like disappear. Like, it was just, you know. And the thing is, when you know your worth, when you know that you are worthy, you know that you're worthy, and you know you worked on yourself, there are men who will want to break you to make you feel as if you're not that girl, you're not that guy, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it was one of those type of things where someone wanted to break me, but it was informed by my kid's father. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, like, I feel like it was all set up. And you know, I just want to like inform y'all, like, do not, when you get to know these men, like, don't go to their homes. If they're pulling away, that means they're wanting you to chase them. If they're not giving you the attention, because at the end of the day, a man is supposed to be the one, like, you're interested, but the man is supposed to do the work. Like, you're a woman, so you're in that yin energy. You're supposed to be representing someone who's very feminine. If when you're masculine, you are supposed to go after what you want. And if that person is not going after you like you may desire them to, then honestly, that's a red flag. That should tell you, like, well, this connection may not be moving because I'm not chasing after nobody. However, when someone pulls you in, like reels you in, and like you're thinking like things are normal, and then they just start acting weird out of the blue, you know, I don't know, like, I want to explain it to the T, but as much as I want to explain it, it just pains me to go in any deeper. But ladies, let's get some messages. I want to just, you know, empower you and let you know that you are beautiful, and that you can, I don't care how you look. I don't care if your hair too short, your stomach is, you know, whatever, however it look. Maybe you had kids, maybe you may be a little, a lot, maybe you may be skinny, real skinny, maybe you may be big, whatever it is. Like, I want you to embrace your body and love it. I want you to, you know, love yourself. Look in the mirror and love yourself. And don't forget to tell yourself that you are worthy, okay? Honor and worship yourself, all right? So we got the King of Wands energy. So this is you. Let's see, what is this energy here? So we got the King of Wands with the Temperance and the Eight of Swords energy here. This is, who is this man? This is someone who's wanting to vet you. You know, they see something with you. However, God is like, no, I don't believe this is a person for you, okay? So with the Devil card in the back, this person doesn't have the right intentions, and I'm not really feeling it. Clarify the energy. Yeah, this is a person who got a lot of mental health issues, and they are confused on how to get to you, okay? They see something with you, but they are not equipped for the job, which is to treat you how you want them to be, you want to be treated. So with the 10 of Wands energy, this is a person who's gonna be struggling with that, okay? Because honestly, they're not healed. So we got the King of Cups, Six of Swords, the Two of Swords. So I'm also seeing here, like, this is a person who's trying to figure out how to give you an offer, how to be intimate with you. And these men are so caught up on intimacy, it don't make sense. Like, what I'm getting here is like someone's paid this person to, like, see if they can get the draws, honey, okay? So with the Seven of Pentacles, someone's trying to figure it out. So anyway, with the situation that happened to me, what would happen is, like, a person would act as if they're showing you some sort of loyalty, or letting you know, like, you know, if they say, like, I'm not ready for a relationship. So to be quite honest with you, this person did inform me that he was not ready for a relationship, but he said, I am open to the possibilities of a relationship, which was a little, I mean, honestly, it wasn't confusing. Like, listen here, ladies, we got to hold ourselves accountable. I, on the other hand, thought that things could go further, but again, I have to hold myself accountable because this was my choice. With that said, you know, I pursued the connection as well, and we, you know, start getting to know each other. But then this person just started acting real weird. And so now that I, you know, last time that I seen this person, you know, we had a good night. Now, I drank that night. Like, I haven't drank in a whole year because that night traumatized me. Like, the next day, I'm not a drinker. But I did drink, and we drank something very like it was like liquor. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name because I'm not really good with alcohol names. But we did drink, and when we drank, with that said, yeah, the alcohol, we had like shots or whatever. And, you know, I was, you know, talking to him, telling him what's going on with me. And, you know, we were just, you know, exchanging conversation. And I probably had like 4 shots that night. And it was very irresponsible of me. Because I thought I was in the hands of someone that I could trust. I felt I could do that because I don't just do that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I'm not really a drinker. So I don't do that. But, you know, I did that with him because I thought we were having fun. You know, I was acting silly. And we were laughing and acting, you know, it was fun or whatever. But anyway, with that said, I blacked out, and the next morning I woke up butt naked. Okay? And so with that said, it's very embarrassing because I hold myself with the ultimate respect. Like, I love myself. And so for me to put myself in that situation, when I think about it, I'm just so embarrassed. But then again, you know, it's kind of like, I thought I was in the hands of somebody that was honest, but honestly, they were a person who was aligned with my kid's father. I believe this person was a part of this Masonic group. He could have been a Mason. I don't know. Like, I know he had to be like a part of some occult, some sort of system like what my kid's father is a part of. Because after that, I didn't hear from him no more, and that broke my heart because I didn't think that we would I didn't think that things would go how it went. You know, it was very embarrassing for me because I don't put myself in situations like that unless I know for sure. And honestly, I didn't know for sure, obviously, right? But, you know, this is just me, you know, just letting you know, like, ladies, be careful. Because, again, you could be in the hands of a dangerous man without knowing. And, like, the person that they're texting, like, let's just say they're on their phone texting someone. They could be texting your ex saying what's going on or what y'all doing, or, you know, they could have cameras set up and you don't know. You know, it's that wicked now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you, like, just to be careful when you're out here meeting men. You know, now that I have a deeper understanding about how some of these men are you know, like how their hearts are, how wicked they are. Not all, but some. I am very scared, and I won't say very scared. I would say I am not that person that I am today. So if I was the person that I am today, I at that time, first off, I wouldn't have never went to that person's house. I wouldn't never drank, you know, and if I did drink, it would possibly just be one, you know, shot or something like that, but not to the point where I'm inebriated and where I don't know myself, or I'm knocked out and the next morning I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, just, you know, you want to like look, like you have to govern yourself, okay? Like you do your child. I want you to take care of yourself like you do your baby, because there are people out here that are very wicked. Very wicked. These men are very wicked. And the sad part is there are other women that are like coursing these certain connections to happen so that something harmful can happen to you. And you'll never know that you're in the arms. You never know that you're in harm's way. You never know that you're in the hands of a dangerous person. You know, this is a dangerous man. This man is dangerous, and it's because he didn't care or doesn't care about your well-being, okay? And so you have to know who you are. And this is why it's very important to end connections that you question. Like, if you have to question, where do we stand? What's going on? If this person is saying that they don't want no relationship, or if they're not ready, you know, if they're fighting back, pulling back, then why try to fight over something where you're being left out in the cold? Let a person allow them to show you how to treat you. Because if they're not treating you well, that means that that person is not for you. Spirit is wanting you to gain a love so strong for yourself that no one can validate it but you. Only you have the key to your heart, and you give bits, a little tiny bit out to people who deserve it. But when it comes to your heart, baby, lock that shit up, because no one deserves it. No one deserves it. Give very little and be very smart on how you give your love, because even though you may be a loving person, it would destroy somebody to, like, it destroys people that you not giving your love like that no more. With the Tower card, people are mad about it. And I mean, like, to people, like, whoever. So with the Earth sign, we got the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups clarified with the Devil card. What's this, ancestors? This is a person who possibly wants to, like, cause some issues for you. But because you got boundaries that are very strict, and because you are in this space where you are the lesson, you are the karma, you are the lesson, and you also the teacher, you're teaching people how to treat you, this person will not be able to coerce anybody to treat you anyway, okay? Spirit is saying that you gotta have a new beginning on your healing when it comes to your healing, because someone is very, very adamant about being, like, intimate with you, okay? This is a water sign possibly, or it could be a fire sign. This is a person who's wanting to, like, come through and you know, make love to you or something like that. They're wanting to lay down with you, but this person is not deserving of your energy. And so I'm just here to warn you that you will always have the victory when you choose yourself first, okay? Always choose yourself first. You never know, like, who's in the back plotting, planning to hurt you, to set you up. You know, you just never know. And so with the reading that I received from this person, as a matter of fact, it was from two people, two of my favorite readers. They like told me, oh yeah, this person is a good guy, da da da. Now again, I cannot be mad at these readers, because at the end of the day, it's my life and I have to hold myself accountable. However, when it comes to trying to gain clarity on readers, just be careful about who you're getting readings from, because again, you cannot really, so let's just say a reader was a part of an organization or something. Well, because this reader is a part of an organization, there are only certain things that this person are able to tell you. So if they're a part of something, they can't give you all the information, because it was all set up by someone who was a part of the organization. So this is why it's very important for you to govern yourself, govern your body. Be very smart when it comes to, you know, you, okay? Because there is someone who's wicked out here. This is someone who's very determined to get some part of you, get access to you, bind themselves to you sexually. This person needs you to, like, be weak, okay? And at this point, you know, we're calling our power back. We're calling our power back. So, yeah, it's an earth sign, a Queen of Swords woman. Clarify this. Earth sign, Queen of Swords woman. These are women who possibly have gone through pain. Or why are these women here, ancestors? Yeah, they were intimate with someone. They were possibly intimate with this earth sign man. Whoever this is, yeah, they were intimate. They were intimate with this person who's acting as if they are this person is not a good person, okay? Whoever this man is, they're under judgment for treating women horribly. And I'm seeing here that there are cycles that are closing out because some women are acting very like nonchalant. They're acting like, oh, well, didn't work out. But then again, this person already knew that shit was not going to work out. This person knew because they weren't never ready, okay? So with the Three of Wands and the Nine of Swords, this is someone who's, what's going on with this? Why is this here? This person is dealing with multiple women and they are stressed out. They're very stressed. They're trying to act as if they're not. They could be, this person could have these women in their mind a whole lot. And I'm seeing here that they could be in some sort of community. Or these are women who are healing from this guy. What is this, ancestors? Yeah. So they're healing because maybe these are women who are intimate with this person too. You just never know like what women are going through and why sometimes women be so angry or, so have low self-esteem. This is why it's so important to call your power back. Do your spiritual cleansings. Like if you don't see, the thing is, I take showers because I have a huge tub, but listen, I can't, like, my water bill right now is very high and I'm waiting on it to I'm waiting to, like, that you already know what that is. Like, we got to talk about these finances, child, get our lives back together. But anyway, with that said, take you a spiritual shower. You can do that too. Do whatever you can to like make sure that you're cleansing your energy from negativity. And also, remember to understand that you don't have to, like, if you're dating, y'all don't have to go to nobody's house. Like, don't go to their house. Get to know this person. Because this right here, the offer that they're giving you, let's see. I'm just seeing here, like, this is a woman who's been through this with this person. This person is literally healing. She probably got a child by this man. Whatever this is, like, she healing because this person did her dirty. Yeah, there's an ending to this connection. Maybe they were intimate and they got into it. Like, there was a lot going on, and this guy did her wrong. He knew exactly what he was doing. And, you have to really, really, like, find out the person's agenda when it comes to you. Make sure you're going to the right readers that will be able to express truth to you. And also, use your own discernment. Because, again, you cannot blame the reader if they misread something or whatever. But anyway, let's get a message from Queen Afua. Queen Afua is a beautiful woman. She's all about the mind, body, and the spirit, healing your body. She's, this is a book is called Sacred Woman. I don't know if you guys know about this book, but yeah, it's by Queen Afua. So let's look and see what message she has for us right now. All right. Let's let the ancestors, the celestial warrior ancestors lead us into the right message for this reading. Celestial ancestors, please give us a message with Queen Afua's book. Ashe. Thank you. So we got entering the gateway, sacred woman, daily natural living observance for ascension. So we're going to read this part. So it says, the voice of your womb is calling you to step forward, to reawaken and continue the healing legacy and traditions of our African past. Your work in parts 1 and 2 of Sacred Woman has equipped you to experience, share, and live the path of the sacred and ancient medicine woman. She still lives within us in the present age as we become whole, healed, and empowered women. The planet Earth exists within you and around you, and is ready to bring you all its wisdom of wellness and healing. Let us African women folk, and if you're not African, you could still use this. If you're not African American, you could still use this message for you. So don't feel like you're disincluded, all right? This is for all the women. So it says, the original healers of earth now set forth, let us prepare for ourselves wellness, table of flowers, herbs, garden vegetables, sun-ripe fruits, and good vibrations. Let us attract ourselves, let us attract to ourselves all the joy and happiness that is our due. Communicating with the voice of the womb has prepared us to enter the gateways of luminosity with the guidance of ancestors, elders, and African guardian angels. Our beloved and true. The work we do in the gateways of transformation will equip us to take on our work as the medicine women of planet Earth. As we empower ourselves as sacred women, all those who come in contact with our visions and prayers and our sacred touch will be lifted to their heights. For within ourselves we will have discovered the indwelling powers of Nectar, the Most High creators of all healing. Okay, I'm just going to read a little bit of this because it's talking about being an observer, okay? And this is definitely what we need. So it says, during this journey within the global sacred woman village, please honor the following intentions. Abstain from sexual activity, ladies, okay? Be celibate during your sacred woman initiation training. Ask your partner to honor your commitment of abstinence, but if there is intimacy between you and your mate, be sure he does some degree. Be sure he does some degree of cleansing for 2 to 3 days with you to adequately prepare himself for holistic love making, okay? And that's if you're married, all right? So fast every day. No. So it says fast every new moon and full moon period, and during your menses, okay? So it says observe Tehuti. Observe silence for 1 to 4 hours daily. Limit conversation both on the telephone and in person. No gossiping, ladies. We got to learn how to stop gossiping. Watch your words. No cursing, judging, or criticizing. Avoid putting yourself or anyone down. Use words as medicine. Record your experiences, lessons, tests, and blessings in your sacred womb journal as you travel through each gateway. Follow a total vegetarian diet, and this is something that's going to be a little hard for me, child, but we gonna get there, okay? So it says, if you are still a meat eater, you have a 7-day grace period to make your transition into a vegetarian lifestyle. So all the information you need is need to begin is in part 2 of the Sacred Woman. So it says, study the Heal Thyself Kitchen Power video course in natural food preparation, or read the Heal Thyself cookbook by Dion Keycomb. But I'm not going to read all of this. I will say this. Observe the observe Hetru. So beautify body and spirit in words, deeds, and appearance. So commune with nature once a week. Go to the park or the beach for healing. Nature medicine. Nature is the mirror of our medicine. No. Nature is the mirror of our sacredness. Harmonizing with nature will keep you in tune. Observe net hit. So rise at 4 a.m. Now, you know, I do my prayers at 4:44 a.m. in the morning and 4:44 at night or in the evening, okay? So if you want to get on that prayer or meditation, you can start doing that. Purify your home in some way daily. No television or videos viewing unless the program is of a highest vibration that is uplifting and spiritual. So be totally honest, loving, and patient, and supportive of your woman self. Give yourself the time you really need to heal. Focus on your healing purpose. Do not waste precious time. Emanate a healthy reflection and example of your divine self daily. And give thanks and praise for lessons learned, and pray for the courage and strength to face the ones to come as you maintain your balance, okay? So perform a good deed to others through words and actions daily. Perform sacred movements, exercises, and these are some things, but this is on page 126 and 127. So you could look at that if you like. You don't have the book, try to invest in it. I wouldn't get the audio because I did do that, and it's better to have the book, okay? So yeah, this is you learning how to be that empress, that woman that every woman really wants to be, honestly. And I would say that internally I feel like the empress, but I still got a lot of more things to learn. So I'm not perfect, and none of us are, but as long as you're trying to get to that state, then it's always room for improvement, ladies. Never think that you done made it to the top. There's always work to do when it comes to working on yourself and improving your health, okay? So we got miracles. Ooh. So let's look at this. This is number 42. It says, you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allow yourself to believe all things are possible? Dare to dream bigger. You claim you want miracles, but you take an I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self. Do what awakens your soul, and have your desires. This life's miracle, okay? This life's miracle. So it says, if you haven't witnessed your miracle yet, today ask for it. Ask for it and allow it in. Goddess declaration. My life is full of miracles, and it is, okay? Because as you wake up this morning, that was a miracle. You have cosmic power. You are powerful, okay? Anything else, ancestors? Celestial ancestors. Anything else? All right, so we got worthiness, all right? And that's powerful right now, because we definitely know, or have to know, that we are worthy of loving ourselves. Confirmation. So it says, stop hiding, shrinking, and playing small. Stand tall like a majestic sycamore tree. You are mighty. Life does not need to be perfect for you to embrace your own perfection. You matter. Worthiness is your veins. Accept yourself now. Your birth certificate says that we need your overflowing joy and vulnerability. So your birth certificate says that we need your flowing magic, joy, and vulnerability, and most importantly, we need you. You are deserving and worthy. The beautiful parts of you that everyone likes are worth loving. The parts that you or others dislike are worth loving too. Your creator loves you unconditionally. God's declaration, I matter. All right, repeat it after me. I matter. Okay, so you're gonna say that, you're gonna believe it, you're gonna walk in it, and you're gonna trust in it. Okay, Spirit is wanting you to shine bright like a diamond. And anyone who is around you that's dimming your light, trying to make you sit in a corner as if you don't matter, get away from them. Know your worth, and know that you do have people that will align with your energy, as long as you know how to remove people that don't. Anyway, with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share, and comment. Bye.